Hello YouTube, I'm Shane and this is going to be my devlog for a game I'm making. I'm not going to go into too much details right now. Maybe more will be at the end of this video since I plan on doing something on this game every day. But saying that, I do want to just start off by just showing what I've done so far. So right now I only have a player. Oh, I also should mention I did use a tutorial on some of this. Basic stuff from Sean Spalding, who I will put the playlist information down in the not comment section, the description section down below. With that out of the way, though, I just want to start off by saying that this is my day 0. September, or no, sorry, not September. September's over now. October 5th. I say day 0 because I plan on the weeks being Sunday through Saturday, and I'm just starting an extra day ahead of time. Anyways, though, this is what I have gotten so far. It's not much, but it is the start of a platformer game, and the camera follows you around, which I actually really like. So beyond this, I do have a few extra plans for this week on where I want to be. I'll go over them more later on in this video. But for now, I think this is where I will leave you. Alright then, until day 1. Hello everyone, I'm back. We're now in day 1, and so far I want to show you what I've added since yesterday. The first thing I've added, the first thing I added is a character to play as. It was getting kind of boring seeing the green block around. This is also pretty boring as well, but at least it's better than a green block. Anyways, on top of that, I also did something a bit different than yesterday, because I'm pretty sure that was too small. I mean, it's too small even for me when I was playing it here, so. But yeah, I fixed that. It is the same resolution, but it is essentially being upscaled by 4. And honestly, I like it. It's a good way to test it. On top of all that, I've added in another thing as well. What's that, you might be asking? Well, it is in the upper left. That is the health bar I've added. It's way too small. When I made it, I thought I didn't want it to take up too much space, so I just did a very small size for it, but I seriously underestimated just how small the pixels were going to be. So my next step will be adding or resizing that, making it look better. Should be able to get that done within about, I don't know, not too long. And after I'm done, I will show it, and I'm going to be doing that tonight, so there's probably going to be a day 1 part 2 in this, so I will see you then. Bye. Okay, well, here's that day 1 part 2 for you. I'm going to start playing it now and show you that I have indeed got a proper looking health bar up in the top left here. On top of that, I can also take damage now. Well, kind of. There's currently no enemies, so I can't be hit by enemies, and on top of that, I haven't implemented anything like fall damage. This is mainly just a test to see if it would work, and it did, but I've set up so that when I press the N button, I take 1 hit of damage, and I start out with 10, so let's see what happens when I press it. And it works. I lose slight damage every time I press end. And what happens when I reach 0? absolutely nothing, because I haven't implemented a game over system yet. Actually, just out of curiosity, I want to test... Well, not curiosity even so much as just testing it with a bigger thing. Let's test it with... Where is it? 25 health. And yes, this works even fine here. Takes a lot more to get to 0, but that doesn't matter. Ultimately, the test works out good, and I am happy with how it is working for today. The next thing I'm going to be working on in day 2 is the tile set. I'm looking a bit into this, so I'm not sure if this will be a one-day project, aka done tomorrow or not, but I'll show you when it's done and see what we have. Alright, until the next time, goodbye. Alright, and it's day 2 now. So yesterday I said that I was going to work on tile sets and see if I can get those working. And I actually did. I managed to figure out exactly how they work. And keep in mind, the issue I was having wasn't with the game maker itself. It was understanding how the mapping, like actually drawing out the tile set, worked. And I got them working, but I haven't gotten collision set for them. What's going on here is I overlaid the tile set onto the tiles that were there previously, which is why my character falls into the ground halfway. So I'll probably work on that a little bit. See where I get with there. That shouldn't be too long. After that, I don't know where it will be next. But yeah, it'll be fun. Alright then. Alright, so we are back at day 5. What happens to day 3 and 4? Yeah, kind of actually didn't work on the game during those 2 days. But anyways, I'm starting out on this tile screen sheet, the one I made for the last part of the video, because I wanted to show you a quick update. So, what I did with this tile sheet, what I realized after doing it, it's more of a tile sheet for a 2D map. It's all right for what I did, but it doesn't really work well with the 3D... Or not with the 3D, oh god. Top down, not 3D, not 2D. Everything I'm doing is 2D. It doesn't work well with a platformer type 2D game. It's more of a top-down 2D game. Like an RPG, for example. Like Earthbound, for example, actually. But since I'm doing a platform, it's really not that good for it. So I worked on the other tile set, and I basically tried a lot, and I came up with this tile sheet. And after I tested it, it actually works. It doesn't look as good because there's not as much detail in it. But considering this is only for early portions of testing, and I'll be updating this later on anyways, that's not a problem. So with that out of the way, I just want to show you where the game lies now. Yes, that is right. The game is running on... The game has the new tile set. It looks fine. Like I said, it's a bit dull. But ultimately, the tile set is doing what it needs to. On top of that, I am now standing on top of the tile set as opposed to through it. What I did there was, on top of the tile set, I overlaid a wall object. And my character cannot go through any walls in any directions, which prevents me from, well, falling into the endless abyss below me. Anyways, I think this is good enough base now that I have this for me to start working on other stuff outside of the tile set. And actually today I have work off, so I can dedicate a little more time. So I think what I am going to do is I'm going to implement an enemy next. And I will probably, well, I shouldn't say probably, I can't guarantee that now. But I hope to be doing a Day 5 Part 2. But again, that's mainly if I have enough time to do what I want to do and I'm able to do it correctly. But we'll get to that later. But yeah, my idea for the enemy, at least to start out with, will be essentially have the enemy just basically be a Goomba from Mario. Move left and right, not really doing much. I don't even know if I'll implement damage with the enemy yet, where he can kill me. I definitely won't be doing damage where I can kill the enemy, because it's not like Mario, and I'm not going to be stomping on enemies in my game. But, and I haven't basically I haven't implemented a attack thing yet, but we'll see where we go from there. Once I get to that point, I will update the vlog. Until later, goodbye. Alright, so I'm back. It's still day 5, and I have created an enemy. I will now introduce you to the Gambu. Or Gambo. My own creation, I forget the name. Great. But yeah, this is my Gambo. It's not going to be in the final game. It's literally just to test enemy movement and damaging myself from being hit by the enemy. Speaking of which, let me show you that. Now, I put the enemy over here. And essentially, like I said, this is only a pure test. It's on a walk cycle, left, right, left, right. It literally has no other code. It doesn't even have fall code. So if I were to put it like in the middle of this gap here, it would go left and right like that, and it wouldn't even go down. In the meantime, though, I want to show you what I did for my health, because I can be damaged by him. It only takes 1 HP per hit, and then it starts a timer, which is essentially invincibility frames. And I can't be hurt again until that is done. So that is where I am now. I can literally stand on top of him, and as long as I'm in those invincibility frames, I am good. I set the invincibility frames for 200 frames. That's what, 60... I don't know, a little more than 3 seconds. It's good enough to not be constantly hit, and I'm pretty proud of it. I don't know what I'm going to do next, so we'll see where I go from there. Hopefully it's something good. Well, everything I do is good eventually. Well, that sounds conceited. I mean, every progress I make is good for the sake of me learning to make this game. So we'll see where I go to next when I come back. Bye. Okay, so I've added something extra again. It's still day 5, by the way. It's a little more to do with the fact about the enemy and when it damages me. So I'm actually going to just real quick go down to really low health. And yes, I now have a game over screen, a death state, so to speak. I'll definitely do a few more things today. I just really wanted to show that because it's pretty cool. Or, well, kind of bad for my player, but ideally they don't want to get death, so hopefully they won't see this screen very often. So I'm back, and having more time is definitely a good thing. I have, like before I created the ending, I thought it was only right to, well, create the beginning. Yep, I created the title, and I have a new game option, a load game option, an options option, and an exit option. If I choose the options, nothing. If I choose load game, nothing. Those will be implemented much later. If I choose exit, game ends. Let's go back into it though, and I can show you what new game does. It starts the game exactly where we had it. Well, at the very beginning, I should say, but at the exact same build quality as it was before I implemented the menu. Alright, so with that, later. Alright, so I've done one last thing for today, and I'll be showing that to you now. I've added attacking from both the right and the left. Be nice if my character turned around, but oh well. And on top of that, my character can now even kill the Gambo. See? Oh, that's a good rough start for now. We'll see where this goes from here on, but for now, I think it's time to call it for today. Definitely got a lot more than I would have done if I were actually working today, so yay for not working Thursday. Until next time. Well, until next part, I should say. Later. Alright, so I actually didn't get anything done, or anything more done yet, but it is the end of Sunday, and I am going to basically wrap this vlog up. Basically pretty happy where I am. So I do have a few ideas for next week, and we'll see where they go there. Until then, goodbye.